Hello everybody, I'd like to talk to you today about Canada's language divide. As many know, and for those who don't, Canada has 2 official languages. We here at Squarehead think this is pretty cool. However, this has been and is sometimes a source of division within the country. To fully understand the nuances of this issue though, one requires a bit of grounding in Canadian history. So for those who know little to nothing about it, here's a shortened synopsis to summarily summarize. Anyway, the first Europeans who stopped by in what is now Canada were the Vikings in the year bzz. They, however, only stayed long enough to get themselves a selfie for Facebook. And then they fucked off. After that, a guy named Jacques Cartier showed up, and once he told all the other guys in France that Canada was an awesome place for beaver, pelts, and other furs and stuff, the French kept on a-comin'. This caught the attention of the British, who soon decided that they wanted some Canada too. In fact, they decided that they wanted all of it. And they got it. You see, permanently filling the position of Canada's imperialist overlords was decided by a battle on the Plains of Abraham. Dude, don't even think about it.
Whoa, hey, that's a nice pistol. Where'd you get it?
Oh, this? General Montcalm gave it to me.
What?
You'll see in the next few slides. The battle was between Generals Wolfe and Montcalm, both of whom died in the battle. Pew, pew! Yet the British were declared the victors. All along the way, there were of course the original inhabitants of Canada who got thoroughly fucked by both the French and the British.
Figuratively and literally.
But the Indigenous don't really figure so much in all the squabbling over Canada's current linguistic situation.
Fun fact, both the United States and Canada have yet to fully reconcile with the First Nations in North America, and it doesn't appear like it's going to happen anytime soon.
Anyway, as previously mentioned, today's Canada has 2 official languages, English being an official language in 9 of her 10 provinces, while French is an official language in but 2 of her 10 provinces.
That's right, we have 1 bilingual province.
And it's this one.
What? Baffin Island? Dude, come on. That's not even a whatever, man. It's not that one.
Right on there, good buddy. And it ain't not no Albertan either.
No. What? Wait. Hey, no, stop!
Yeehaw! Moving on. Instead of being a cultural richness, Canada's bilingualism has merely proven itself a tool to render some of her population a gang of whiny brats spewing epithets of linguistic animosity at each other. You see, the main issue for the English Canadians is that whenever the French Canadians go to English Canada, Anglophones are always having to speak French to placate them. It's gotten so bad that sometimes it's a rarity to hear English spoken on the streets of the English provinces. Frohen Nachmittag, Mann. Wie geht es dir, lieber Mitzbürger?
Hey, la big Frau, je parle pas l'allemand, ok? On peut-tu juste parler en anglais, s'il te plaît?
Now, whenever an Anglo meanders into French Canada, you'd think the Francos might make an effort to speak a little English. But fuck no! We still got along to Molière it up to appease these cheese-eating throwbacks. Bonjour! Je suis en vouloir d'une burger, s'il vous plaît.
Ah ben, tu sais, mon gars, c'est bien gentil de t'essayer en français, mais si tu te sens plus à l'aise en anglais, vas-y donc.
The major complaint to the French Canadians, however, aside from a lot of them not like being called that, stems from Quebec, where French is the only official language. Though, oddly enough, in Quebec, one can still get a lot of provincial services in English if one so needs or desires. All the way from the SAAQ to the SAQ down to the SQ.
There's your license. Here is your booze. Now you jail, you boozy driver, see.
Anyway, the bug up there, derriere, isn't even really a language thing so much as it's a flag thing. You see, this is the Quebec flag, but those Quebecerinos wanted their flag to look more like the France flag, perhaps a little something like this. The problem is, though, during Canada's flag reform in the middle of the 20th century, Canada used the French flag as a template for her new national flag. What's worse is that Canada didn't even really want it that much. The whole point was just to piss off Quebec. This was when the then Prime Minister Lester B. Pearson said,
"Our flag looks stupid. It just looks like a red version of the New Zealand flag, but with a coat of arms instead of stars. We have got to get rid of it, see? We shall put a polar bear, or a newfie, or a buffalo, or whatever on it, and hand it down to Manitoba. We are getting a new one. We shall take that fancy pants flag that Quebec wanted and transform it into our new national flag."
Then Mr. Pearson had a little meeting with the then Premier of Quebec, Jean Lesage.
"Mr. Lesage, a word if you please."
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
"See here, despite that we already have a province literally called New Scotland, you guys are more like the Scotland of Canada, because, just as the Scots do, you guys talk funny. So I am going to give you a flag to represent that. We shall just twist this down, put one of these things here, one there, one more here, and voila."
Voyons, c'est quoi cette affaire-là? T'as-tu fumé un pétard? C'est déjà notre drapeau depuis 1948.
And to this day, the people of Quebec have never forgiven Canada for such an egregious insult. Now at this point, some of you may be thinking that I've been talking a pile of nonsense. And since we here at Squarehead are neither historians nor journalists, but rather a couple of jackasses who think that a bottle of whiskey is a legitimate breakfast, you are probably right. So let's hear from J.J. McCullough, an actual Canadian journalist who has addressed this topic seriously.
Oh, this country.
Thanks, J.J. So then, all joking aside, we should like any non-Canadians who may be watching to know that in reality, we here in Canada do in fact get along well and play nicely together. Well, at least most of us do. Anyhow, in the spirit of national unity, I should like to conclude in French, and for those of you who can't understand French, my Quebec friend here will provide subtitles and an interpretive dance. Nous aimerions vous remercier d'avoir perdu vos temps en écoutant toutes les bêtises présentées dans cet épisode de Têtes Carrées. Salut!